So here we have the Mini Cooper Automatic on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got a 60/40 split folding rear seat, as well as plenty of boot space, and this tray section will actually fold and store away to reveal even more space should you need it. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, you get half leather seats. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. So now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter, and then in the middle, the speedometer. You can see the total miles of this car are 3,022. You can change the fuel economy information displayed above that using a button on the end of the steering wheel. One of the most useful pieces of information up there is certainly the digital readout for the speedometer. If you leave it for a few seconds, it will take over the whole screen, as you can see just there. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side, we've got cruise control and speed limiter. And then on the right-hand side, we've got stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it'll do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you've paired the phone, and that is done over on the stereo in the center here by hitting telephone and follow the instructions from there. When it comes to radio, you can see this car's got DAB digital radio. It also has AM and FM radio as well. And then, in terms of other ways to listen to your music, we have USB input and auxiliary input, and you can go through those by using this dial here and then selecting either one that you want to select from that button as well. Working our way down, we've got dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on the driver and passenger side. Fan speed is adjustable just in the middle there. That button will turn the air conditioning on, it's on at the moment, or back off again, or you can hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by adjusting the fan speed itself. And then you can override that just by pressing the auto button again. Below that, we have a few buttons. This one here is for the stop and start. So give that button a push. You'll see a little orange light come on just in there to let you know you've done so. And that will be turning off the stop and start system. So this car's designed to cut out when you are stationary in traffic. I've just turned that system off. You can also turn off traction control. Works in much the same way. And back on again. This button will change the gearbox setup from sport to green, so environmentally friendly, or normal. So it will rev higher in each gear or lower, depending on the setting that you have it on. You can also start, or I say you can also, you start and stop the engine from this button just here. So it's keyless start. The key just needs to be somewhere in the car. Hitting that tab with your foot on the brake will start the engine, and the same to stop the engine again. Underneath that, we have a 12-volt charging socket under this cap, and then the USB and auxiliary inputs that I mentioned previously, and finally a fully automatic gearbox. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.